The Senate yesterday passed a bill outlawing waterboarding. You, I believe, have said that you will veto that bill. Does that not send the wrong signal?
No, look, that's not the reason I'm vetoing the bill. The reason I'm vetoing the bill, first of all, we have said that whatever we do is for legal, will be legal. Secondly, they are imposing a set of standards on our intelligence communities in terms of interrogating prisoners that our people will think will be ineffective. And, you know, to the critics, I ask them this. When we, within the law, interrogate and get information that protects ourselves and possibly others and other nations to prevent attacks, which attack would they have hoped that we wouldn't have prevented? And so the United States will act within the law. We'll make sure our professionals have the tools necessary to do their job within the law. Now, I recognize some say that these terrorists really aren't that big a threat to the United States anymore. I fully disagree. And I think the President must give his professionals within the law the necessary tools to protect us. So we're having a debate not only on how you interrogate people, we're having a debate in America on whether or not we ought to be listening to terrorists, making phone calls in the United States, and the answer is darn right we ought to be.
But given Guantanamo Bay, given also Abu Ghraib, given renditions, does this not send the wrong signal to the world?
It should send the signal that America is going to respect law, but is going to take actions necessary to protect ourselves and find information that may protect others. Unless, of course, people say, well, there's no threat. They're just making up the threat. These people aren't problematic. But I don't see how you can say that in Great Britain. After people came and blew up bombs and subways. I suspect the families of those victims understand the nature of killers. And so what people got to understand is we'll make decisions based upon law. We're a nation of law. Take Guantanamo. Look, I'd like it to be empty. On the other hand, there's some people there that need to be tried. And there will be a trial. And they'll have their day in court, unlike what they did to other people. Now, there's great concern about, and I can understand this, that these people be given rights. They're not willing to grant the same rights to others. They'll murder, but you got to understand they're getting rights. And I'm comfortable with the decisions we made, and I'm comfortable with recognizing this is still a dangerous world.
Can you honestly say, Mr. President, that today America still occupies the moral high ground?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We believe in human rights and human dignity. We believe in the human condition. We believe in freedom. And we're willing to take the lead. We're willing to ask nations to do hard things. We're willing to accept responsibilities. And, yeah, no question in my mind, this is a nation that's a force for good. And history will judge the decisions made during this period of time as necessary decisions. And I firmly believe that we are laying the foundation for peace. People have written off the Middle East. It's impossible to have changed the conditions there. Let's just ignore it. Or let's promote stability, which was part of the foreign policy of the past. I chose a different course. Stability didn't work. Stability created the conditions that were ripe for these terrorists to emerge and recruit. I happen to believe free societies provide hope. And I would hope that people in Europe, for example, understand that freedom has led to peace. And ought to be supporting the freedom movements and not shy away from the responsibility of the comfortable to help those who long for freedom. And it's hard work. It's really hard work.